Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve. Or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
British Spy Stories Season 6 Counter-Strike Episode 15. There's darkness at first. He can hear people talking near him. Slowly, he becomes aware of his own breathing. And there's a moment when he realizes that he's still alive, and the sleep gradually slides away from his brain. Then Tom opens his eyes. He says no words. Lara is here, a few inches from his face, her gaze boring down into him. "Hello," she says, gently. "Welcome back." He tries to talk, but his throat doesn't let him do it yet. She pours a glass of water on the stand next to him and puts it to his lips. Then she puts her hand under his head and lifts it up to allow him to drink. Lara blinks often as she watches his face. "How are you feeling?" she says after a minute. He clears his throat. "Okay, actually. I love a good sleep." His eyes curve upwards into the merest smile. Over the next minutes they don't move. Only occasionally words pass between them as she can see him regaining consciousness. Eventually he does want to sit up, and she helps him. "Am I fiver here?" she says. "That girl Millie is one of them." "Why are they here?" he says. "Something happened as well as you being gassed. She wouldn't tell me, though." "What did she say?" He is becoming more intense. Lara can tell. "Just that they're investigating. Trying to find out what happened when you were all unconscious." A doctor arrives and checks Tom's pulse rate, pupil dilation, and mental lucidity. She's happy as there doesn't seem to be any permanent damage. "How are my men?" he says to the doctor. "You've all been lucky." "Doc, can I recoup at home?" he says. "Lara can look after me." He flicks his eyes to his wife, but she doesn't react. "We're under strict orders, Captain. I can't release you. You and your crew are to remain here in the med ward until the Colonel decides." She writes on his medical notes, then walks away. Now, Tom's head is full of ideas. "I'm starving, Lara. Can you get me something from the mess?" he says. As soon as she disappears, Tom gets out of bed. His personal possessions are in a white plastic box in a metal cabinet at the side of this private room. He takes his wallet and keys. He's wearing a hospital nightgown, and he needs something better. He walks out and turns sharp left to the back of the building. He knows that the medical staff lockers are along here. He slips inside the first room he comes to and gently pushes the door shut behind him. There are open shelves with clean uniforms along the end wall, and he finds blue scrubs and pulls them on. He's outside through the back doors within 10 seconds. Tom reaches his Toyota, still where he had left it, in one of the car parks dotted around this whole site. As he pushes on the accelerator, he knows what he has to do first, and he heads for the main road. Half an hour later, in the conference room of the admin block at Tidworth, the MI5 investigations team are in full flight, as reports are flowing in from local teams across the UK of possible sightings of the heavy goods vehicles. Every report has been printed out and stuck on a giant wall map of the UK to allow Connie to get a single picture of progress. The door opens and Ben Taylor walks in and goes straight up to Connie's desk. "Ma'am, I just come from Tech Branch. They've completed analysis on the burner film that Loxby was given by the commander's wife. And? Connie is officious. There's only one text message on it. Otherwise it was clean, brand new. She stops. He has her entire concentration. What was the message? She says. It said, "It's today. Sent at 6 in the morning on the day of the robbery." Connie springs into action. Loxby, call them Edward. Get the latest on the tank commander. Yes, Mum. Loxby makes the call and within 30 seconds hurries back across to Connie. He's gone, Mum. The wife went to get food and he ran. Connie's face rolls with frustration. And no one thought of telling us. Hotwood, we need military police, 2 cars. She turns to Loxby. Where does he live? Salisbury, Trinity Street. Trinity Street in Salisbury, Hotwood. We need the MPs to arrest Thomas James Beecham. Agent Bishop, call my driver. Get the Range Rover over here. Loxby, travel in my car. I'll need you to talk to Beecham when we find him. The women hurry down the stairs inside the Tidworth Camp admin block. As they push outside, Connie's bulletproof dark grey Range Rover arrives from the car park and stops next to them. Connie doesn't wait for the man to open the door, and Loxby runs around to the other side, then sits next to her boss as the SUV pulls away. Comms on, David, please, she says to the driver. They're on, Mum. Call Agent Hotwood, she says out loud to the auto dialer. A ringing tone sounds from the car's speakers. Then Hotwood answers and relates the military police are on the road to Salisbury. Find his car registration number, Hotwood, and get out on all channels to stop it on sight, says Connie into the speakers. I want to know immediately we find any trace. By the time the Range Rover rounds the corner into Trinity Street in Salisbury, the military police have blocked the road and are waiting for Connie to arrive. David, the driver, opens the door, and she steps out into the lightness of the afternoon. Her knock on the front door of the Beecham's cottage echoes along the front of the houses opposite. There's no answer. Break it down, Sergeant, please, she says. And one of the military police hits the wood with a ram. The door splinters around the lock and flies open. The MPs go in first with guns drawn, followed by Connie and Loxby. After a minute, the sergeant calls, No one here, Mum. And Connie breathes out sharply through her nose. One of the skills that Colonel Golovkin had taught his protégés in Moscow was how to operate covertly. Tom abandons his car near the woodland, 2 miles from Tidworth. He chose this place as he knows there are new houses on the other side of the coppice that runs along one side of the lane. He dives into the undergrowth for a minute until he can see the new tarmac of the access road, with its gaggle of 4-bedroomed brick houses along it, all intentionally designed to be minutely different to the next one, to maintain the idea of individuality. A young mother is carrying her food shopping from the back of a Kia Sportage and into her house. Tom runs directly to the vehicle. The keys are in the ignition. Within the 10 seconds gap that the woman is inside her house, Tom has taken the SUV and vanished. At a petrol station on the main road near Salisbury, he buys a can of spray paint and masking tape, then pulls off the main road into a country lane. He carefully sprays out some parts of the letters and numbers on the car number plate to make it read like a different sequence. Then he hurls the can and tape into the trees by the roadside. He knows the address that he's heading for because the man who lived there told him that he can always call in. Tom just hopes that the man hasn't left already. The cottage is in the village of Idmiston, halfway between Tidworth and Salisbury, surrounded by the fields of Wiltshire. The house has old white walls and a heavy brown thatched roof. It has occupied this site from before the time the All Saints' Church opposite was built to serve the rural parishioners of the area. The instant that Tom's foot moves from the car to touch the ground, He stops to check that everything around him is normal. The only sounds he can hear are sharp cries from a rookery half a mile away on the corner of the road, just before it starts to run up to a summit in the distance. He lifts the latch on the white gate to the cottage and makes sure he closes it after himself. Major Illin opens the door suddenly, less than a second after Tom has knocked on the old wood. "I thought you might come," says the Major. "I need you to help me. It's all gone wrong." Tom ducks his head as he enters the low cottage doorway. "What are you going to do to help me?" He's getting louder. "We can get you out of the country." "And Lara?" Tom's eyes reveal his weakness. "No, only you. She's not SVR. We can't take the risk." The speed with which Tom's passion rises like the lark surprises them both. "You're going to help get both of us out of here. You're going to help both of us, Illin. Or God help me. I won't be responsible for my actions." The old man doesn't react at all. "Arguing will get us nowhere, Dmitri." "I'm Tom now." He continues to be loud. "I've told you a dozen times." He hits the table and the vibration makes its wooden legs scrape across the stone floor. "You can travel with the tank. There are 2 sleeping berths in the cabs. The trucks are headed for Felixstowe. You'll have to leave your wife here, in England." Tom doesn't let the man finish the sentence before his fist plows into Illin's face, and the man is knocked backwards against the wall. "You need to help us." His voice is sounding more desperate. The Major rubs his jaw where Tom made contact. "You should have thought about this before," he says. "You didn't give me an option. You threatened me if I didn't go along with your plans." "Our plans." The second punch lands in the same place as before. Then Tom can't stop himself until the Major is lying on the floor in the stone corridor. Tom paces up and down as his boiling rage fades away in the English afternoon. When he is calmer, he looks at Illin. The man is still on the floor, his eyes closed. He hasn't moved. Tom bends down and feels the man's neck for a pulse. His touch can't find anything, and he keeps shifting the tips of his fingers, as he must have the wrong place. Then after a minute, he realizes that he won't find any sign of life. "Fuck," he whispers, and covers his eyes with one of his bloody hands. He pulls out his phone and dials. In Tidworth Camp, Lara is in the conference room on the first floor of the admin block, sitting opposite Connie and Loxby. "It's him," she says to Connie, raising her eyes from the phone screen. "Hartwood," says Connie. "Is the tracer on?" "Yes, ma'am." "Answer the call," Connie says to Lara, and the spies all push earpieces into their ears to listen in. "Hey, Tommy." "I'm in trouble, Lara." His voice sounds younger, she thinks, more nervous than his normal, confident self. "Pack a bag for me and you. We're going away." Lara looks at Connie, then at Loxby. Loxby nods in silence to her. "Where shall I meet you?" "Andover on the main road. You know, that pub we've been to a couple of times?" "Uh-huh." She can feel a tear in the corner of her right eye, but is damned if she's going to cry. "What time?" 5. "I'll be there." And the line goes dead. 6 hours later, 4 unmarked MI5 cars are parked apparently randomly near the road junction in Andover. A young couple are walking hand in hand across the grass that defines the space. An old man is slowly making his way along a path in the July day, and a woman with a pushchair is talking on her phone near the bus stop. An operations control vehicle is positioned in the lane that runs parallel to the main highway and behind a row of dense lime trees to keep it out of sight. Connie Barrett and Agent Hopwood are silent as they watch the screens in front of them that show satellite and video images from the 4 cars and from the body cams of the young couple, the old man, and the mother with the pushchair. Lara is wearing all black. She leans against the front wing of her car. A large leather holdall, packed with clothes from the house on Trinity Street, is by her feet. She can feel her heart's rhythm pulsing in her body, as the seconds seem to grind slowly by. At exactly 5 p.m, a grey Kia Sportage appears on the main road and indicates to turn into the town. Lara stands up as the car draws to a halt 30 yards from her. She starts to walk towards the Kia, and when she reaches it, the side window winds down. "You have to help me," says the dark-haired young man inside. "This bloke attacked me at gunpoint, handcuffed me to the steering wheel of this car. He said there's a bomb inside it, and I can't stop the car for more than a minute or it will go off. He told me to come here, and you can help me." The sound from the listening device on Lara's clothes pours out of the speaker in the operations control vehicle. "Get out of there, Lara, run," calls Connie into comms. "Hopwood, call bomb disposal on a blue light." Lara hasn't run this fast since her last school sports day 15 years ago. Her legs pound on the grass, and her breaths ram out of her throat. She stumbles eventually, her legs and arms crashing ungainly to the ground, and her skin scrapes on the hard earth. Loxby reaches her. "Who's in the car?" "A man. I don't know him. There's a bomb." Lara's eyes are full of tears and her jaw is shaking. "Did my husband just try to kill me?" The man in the car is driving the Kia round and round the roundabout to prevent the explosion. An MI5 agent runs alongside and jumps into the passenger seat, holding bolt croppers, and talks to the man to calm him while he cuts through the handcuffs. As soon as the man is free, they stop the car as far from any buildings as possible. Then both run from it, as a siren can be heard on the main road and 2 dark green army disposal vans roll off the highway. The Kia explodes into a ball of flame. Loxby is sitting on the grass with Lara and cleaning the grazes on the woman's legs and arms, when Lara's phone starts to ring. She pulls out the device. "It's him," she says. On a hill that overlooks the road junction, Tom holds his phone to his ear. "I trusted you," he says, when she answers the call. "I'm sorry. I thought you were on my side." "I am," she says. Her voice is breaking now, the emotions rolling up inside her throat. "Give yourself up." "No." "What did you do? They won't tell me." "I had no choice. I'm not who you think I am. I had to do it. I promised them a long time ago." "Who?" He doesn't answer. "We can work something out, Tommy, you and me. Like we've always been, one team." She starts to cry now. "We're having a baby, Tommy, don't leave me." More silence down the line. On the hill, his phone lies on the ground, and he swings his leg over a motorbike. "Tommy! Tommy!" In the earpiece, she can hear the bike's engine as it roars off into the distance.